problem number 4 is you overheard a classmate talking to a new student and telling them about this graph right here. They told the student that the slope was 2 over 3 and the two zeros of the function are -2 and 3. Okay, so they're looking at this graph right here. They were almost correct, however, not completely. So what was the error that they made, right? So I know that slope is equal to, right, the letter n, that's my variable, is equal to rise over run. And they said that it was equal to 2/3, right? So what is the only thing I need to find slope is I need 2 points. So I'm going to use this point and this point because I can see them clearly. All right, so how much do they rise and run? Okay, so find out the slope. Did they get that part correct, right? Now they're saying that the two zeros, well, what is a 0? A 0 is equal to an x-intercept. So they're saying there's 2 zeros. Are there 2 x-intercepts? Do we see 2 x-intercepts? No, I see 1, right, at the number 3, which they did get correct. However, this -2 right here, where did they get a -2 from? Okay, I see -2 right there. That's not an x-intercept, however, that is a what? What is this point right here? Okay, so go on ahead and describe what the error was to me. So for problem number 5, okay, there's a little bit more into it. So for 5, it says you were given a 10-pound puppy for your birthday. The puppy was gaining on an average about 2 pounds per week. After X weeks, it weighed 22 pounds. What is the domain and range for the situation if Y is the total weight and X is the weeks, right? So I know X is weeks. And then Y is the total weight. Okay, and again, I'm looking for domain and range. So again, what is domain and range? Remember redox. Again, don't forget it. Okay, so you are going to look at all of the answer choices listed. If an answer choice is false, explain why. So first of all, I know that the amount of weeks I'm dealing with, right? So we get 1 week. We start wherever we're starting with, the amount of weeks, right? So the domain is my X. Okay, so I know I'm dealing with an X, right? We start with how many weeks? How much are we starting with? How much are we ending with? Okay. It said on average 2 pounds per week. After the X amount of weeks, it weighed 22 pounds. So if it started at 10 and ended at 22, right, that's 12 pounds. So it gained 12 pounds. So the 10 pounds, the 22 pounds, minus the 10 pounds it started with, right? That means he gained 12 pounds, all right? And he gained 2 pounds per week. So how many is that per week? So 12 pounds total. So what is 12 divided by the 2 pounds per week? That gives us 6 weeks. Okay, does that make sense? So we started at week 0 when we first got him, right? And he went all the way to 6 weeks. Okay, we don't, okay, and the next thing is if the range is our weight, so we know he started where? He started at 10 pounds. Did he equal 10 pounds? Yes. And at the end, he ended at 22 weeks. At 22 pounds, and he also equaled that as well. So which one of these are not correct? Which ones are correct? And the ones that are not correct, explain why it's not correct, okay? So for example, D, the domain is all real numbers. Well, I know the only way it's all real numbers if it's forever and never going, never ending. And this clearly starts, his weights, the weeks we have him starting in somewhere, and his weight starting in somewhere. So think about that, answer the questions.